Good morning. Welcome to Friday. Who's ready to slay our final data monsters this morning? You're set, pumped up, ready to go. All right, welcome. Thanks for sticking in there with us. Our MC this morning is a man who also needs no introduction, Mike Sharkey.
All right. Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Brandy. Awesome music choice. We were going through some music options yesterday. Got a good hero song. I had a suggestion for one. I'm like, oh, Eminem and Rihanna, Monster. That'd be a good one. I'm like, oh no, there's some bad lyrics in that. We can't do that. So much better choice. Thanks, Brandy. All right. Last day of the conference. Glad to have everyone here. Nice to see the crowd. I want to do a couple of things. First, I want to say a bunch of thank yous. We've got our morning session right now. We've got the presentations and then back for closing. And appreciate that everyone's here. Want to make sure we get some good words of thanks. And then I got a little bit of a bit after that. So first, big thanks to Tim Lant. I don't know if this is the guy who actually presented. This looks like somebody else. I'm really not sure who this is, but I think it's Tim Lant. Wonderful, wonderful presentation on Monday, just topical, great to hear from an expert. And so thankful that he could donate his time to be part of this. So thank you, Tim. And thanks to all the presenters. Just great content. I love when we go through this process and people start putting submissions in. It's awesome to go through and see who's submitted and what they're talking about, because there's just so much cool, innovative, data-centric stuff going on here. So thank you, everyone, presenters, for getting your content together, for presenting, for fielding questions, letting folks earn badges about it. It's been great. So appreciate that. Our room hosts, so folks that did the Zoom monitors and room hosts, totally stepped up. Appreciate the time, jumping in, go and make sure everything stays on track, fielding questions, make sure Zoom is working. We're all pretty much experts at this point, and so thank you all for volunteering your time for that. And then most importantly, the organizing team. Again, to the folks who worked on this tirelessly for the last couple of months, the fourth year we've been doing this from when Kristen first started it, and I've just been totally jazzed at the content. I've heard nothing but good things, firsthand, secondhand, and it's such an incredible job. So please, everyone, take a minute to give some props and thanks to our folks who have been working on this tirelessly. So thank you, team, for that. All right, so before we break to go to our sessions, I've got twin daughters. They're home from college and just got back yesterday. And, with my kids here, I always have that dad challenge of, can I hang with the kids? Am I cool enough? We're here in a college environment. I have to make sure that I kind of keep that. I just want to prove to you guys that I can do that. I can kind of hang. I got actually a picture of me. Here's a picture of me when I was at the skate park with some kids the other day. And look, I fit in. It's a natural thing. I don't want to brag or anything, but I can hang with the kids these days. The other thing I understand a lot of kids do are these memes that they have. And so I was up all night. I was on a couple of the sites that all the kids go to. I think MySpace is one of them. I got on my AOL account and I got onto MySpace. And I think I really got a good idea of what the kids are into these days. So these meme things, I understand are popular. And it was great because as I was going through these sessions, they came in very handy. So on Tuesday, I was in this session with Kim Beckert and Jason and Nick. They were visualizing different ways of showing swirl around campus. And it was great because they showed all these kind of different visualizations, tables and Sankey diagrams. And I just thought it was a really neat way for them to kind of visualize and show the different kind of options we have out there. On Wednesday was a great day. I had a couple of sessions I went to. So the first one was Josh Johnson, and Josh was talking about the academic analytics data mart. Phenomenal content. I mean, it was amazing, but I'll be the first to admit it was a little bit complex. Josh is great, but a lot of information there, and the way that he describes it can get a little bit complex. So had to follow along there. Fortunately, the session after that actually going to be another Josh session on Wednesday. Josh went through and he talked about the Zoom data. And I don't know, start to become a pattern. Josh was talking about the Zoom API data, and again, it was a little bit complex. Then I started to think maybe it's not the content, maybe it's Josh. Maybe this is Josh on how he does everyday things, like telling someone how to make pancakes for breakfast. So I'm not sure of that yet, but that kind of might be the direction where I'm going with Josh. On Thursday, Elizabeth and Josh had the data idea hackathon, and I wasn't there, but I heard it was great. And one thing they said was there were a lot of like-minded people, just data people, birds of a feather working together. And I wasn't there, but I kind of imagine it was probably something like this, the different folks at the data idea hackathon, which is great. I mean, that's a wonderful place to be. One of the last ones I went to on Thursday was Zach doing the health check reporting. And what I like about Zach is he's pretty determined. So I think he's had a plan all along on kind of how to do this work and get good exposure. But I'm not quite sure if that plan worked out for him. But I'm here to support him, and I'm very proud of what he's done. So Zach, good job for that sort of calculated plan. At this point, I mean, I've been rolling here for 2 minutes, just rocking these memes, and you guys are probably like, "Gee, Sharkey, you are awesome at making these memes. Like, can you make some really overly nerdy, specific data themed memes?" Yeah, I can actually do that. So here's the first one. You're doing something really complex in Alteryx, and you get this thing together, and then runs it in the first try. You run that whole thing. This is a bit of an homage to Hansa, the Cardinals fan, and what I wished happened last night in the Cardinals game, but didn't happen. But that is absolutely that feeling when that Alteryx workflow works on its first try. Another thing comes when you're trying to write some SQL. And so using the how it started meme, I think this is pretty accurate. How it started with select star from the PSASU class table, and next thing you know, you got this huge query going on. I imagine a lot of us can relate to that. Yes, Zach and others, Dan, we've all been there. The last one, I don't think any meme segment would be complete without the old distracted boyfriend meme. And I was trying to think what would fit here. And actually, yesterday afternoon, I was working with some folks over in a department trying to help them with a visualization they were trying to do. And this pretty much sums up what we were going through with it. And so this is probably my favorite of the day. So thanks to the folks I worked with yesterday. Hopefully you've made some progress and start to look at Tableau in a much better light. All right. That's what I got. That's my content. Hopefully you got a good chuckle for the day. Really excited for the next sessions. I'm going to pass it back to Brandy for any last minute things, but thank you all for your time. Looking forward to finishing the conference off strong today.
Oh, thank you, Mike. I have to tell you guys, I was ribbing Mike a little bit because we've gone the whole conference and I haven't gotten any math jokes. And so Mike decided to do one better. So we've got a meme empowered Sharkey. Watch out, world. Thanks, everybody. Make sure you check the, I'm still laughing. Check the website for the links to the upcoming sessions, and then come back here at 10:30. We've got some excellent programming, some conference wrap up, and there's no outro today because you're going to have to come back to the 10:30 conclusion session for our final outro music. So thank you all. Have a great last set of sessions, and we will see you back here in just about an hour. Thanks, everybody.